Dine and Define, a unique experience from a restaurant that gives you enriched, good food and gourmet food. In this presentation, I'll show you how the financial consultant and the financial institution can carry out this business effectively without no ifs and buts and without no hiccups. We're running a smooth operation, whether it be night or day or whether it be rush hour. This supports the restaurant's mission to keep in support by keeping the books balanced, but by also helping navigate challenges, but by also helping opportunities and also build the company stronger too, and also maintain a stable future and also a good running restaurant. Let's discover how smart financial decisions can help Dine and Define. What are the customers saying? Now, it's always important to know what the customers are saying because you don't want to end up running your business in a bad hold. You don't want your business to have a bad reputation. Neither do we. Do you want people to always, when the thought comes to mind, you don't want people to always have that thought like, oh, I don't like that place. I don't like the customer service. So first things first, things you got to check about is what are the customers saying? How are the prices looking? How are they affecting you? How are they building your company up? A quick review on Google will tell you, oh yes, a refreshing fun and flavor. I learned three new words while enjoying a duck comfy. Simple as that. A little pricey, but you go there for the atmosphere and it's good again. If you have a good business and you charging up front for a lot of stuff on in the business, but you have a good atmosphere and you give them good food, it's worth it. I'll say for example now, Five Guys. Five Guys is a little pricey, but they treat their customers good and they serve good food. And that's why we always come back there because a Five Guys burger can be as big as my hand like this. Same thing with Dine and Define. When we serve you and when we give you the food, we always want you to appreciate it. We always want you to come back for more. It's like a self-service. The customers too, they also come on also give us the compliments too about our food because it's all about the quick etiquette. It's all about customers etiquette. The customer is always right at first. It's always right. Customer is always right. We're always trying to make sure they treat the customer right. Give them all they want. Give them a good service. Treat them with hospitality. You don't want to come into a restaurant where you looking around and you seeing crazy stuff in the back kitchen. No, we always want our customers to come in here with a clear mind and a clear mindset. Now, what are the customers saying? This can also be financial gain because the customers can also be, oh, the price is too much, or this is too that. Yes, as I said, for example, Five Guys, or for example, Dine and Define, we serve pricey foods, but at the same time, we're giving you the the knit and grit of what's going on, the essential of what's going on, the best of the best. We're giving you the best of the best for it because when you go to someone else, and we know you might get a good customer service, but you're not gonna get good food. We're giving you both. We're giving you good customer service and we're giving you good food because we know it is a good thing because it's something to write home about. And then to tell a friend, so you can always come back again. Now I know most of you are wondering why haven't I given you my introduction of what I do to the company yet? But I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I do for the company. As a financial consultant, it's my business to have strategic planning, budget and forecasting, cash overflow, explore management, revenue analysis, investing and planning, and company risk. When I do revenue analysis, I track all the revenue streams, the dining, the takeout, the events to evaluate which is profitable and recommend which one to invest more. For example, now if you were to do a restaurant, you're so supposed to have a catering section, so people can buy stuff in bulk from you and pay more money instead of just buying just one meal, another meal, another meal. Invest in catering items. Invest in items where you can buy in bulk and customer can come in here and order 20 orders of the number ones, but that's the catering order, so you're gonna be catered to the person. Invest in stuff like that that's gonna bring you more revenue. That's my job as a consultant. I always see the manager, speak to them one on one, and be like, oh, okay, this is where I feel like this person should step in. This is where I feel like this price should go up. Expertise management. I also identify areas where the restaurant can cut costs without compromising its quality, like a bulk purchasing or a vendor contract. For example, now, I feel like almost every fast food or almost every wine and dine or every restaurant got a Coca-Cola machine or they got some type of machine where they bring Coke products. You know, in having that type of machine, it's cheaper for you to buy from different suppliers, or if you want to buy from just one person, that's fine. Like for example, if I was to order like my Coke products, I order my Coke products. If I was to order my Sprite products, I order my Sprite products. You know, but buying them in bulk is more cheaper because you saving more money. You can put that money in something else. You know, don't compromise the quality, but at least save your money, save your pocket some more. You know, just cut down on a little, just a little bit on it, just a little bit. And then strategic financial planning. This can also develop like a short-term or long-term financial plans to help the restaurant achieve growth and stability, and profitable. Just like what I was saying, like, if you write down a list of something you need to get, like a truck day every day or every week. If you have truck days every week, you write down what you need to get, what you need not to get. If you have something left over from the week, you don't need to get that again. Just get something else you need to get. Like for example, if you had uh fried onions last week and you still left over for this week, you don't have to get them again for this week. You go get something else. For example, now you didn't have tomatoes last week, but you used leftovers you had last week. Order some new tomatoes. Stuff like that cuts down more. It cuts down more because you're saving more time and you're saving more money. Save more money. That's my job as a financial consultant. I come in, I help the restaurant. I help them see where they don't have some stuff, and I'll help them be like, oh, okay, this is my point of view. But you can take it however you want to go, or you can get your own resource and then put it into play. My main essential role for the business after I give it my strategic planning is I then go ahead and if my company has an app or if my company has something like a reward points, I go ahead and look at the prices and then compare how the reward points will come back and give the customer some benefits. Because for example, take for example McDonald's. I feel like McDonald's has the best rewards app rate in terms of giving back to the customers because if you buy something today, you for sure can get something free tomorrow. That's how it works. I also plan effectively to make sure the menu is also profitable so the customers don't come in and always look at the menu and go, oh my God, it's too scary. I make sure those are also right because that's my job as a financial consultant. And I also invest money into digital payments. It's 2025, we're in now. A lot of stuff are going digital. I invest in curbside pickups, POS. Those will save time and save money and save the employees time of just always going to go get customer at the counter, because most people don't want to come in. Most people just want to stay in their car and order through their car. That's fine. That's why we have curbside. Most people want to go through the drive-through. That's why we have drive-through. All this stuff brings in money, and it's different types of money coming in fast. Somebody can be in the drive-through ordering, and you taking the order. Somebody can be in the counter taking the order. Somebody can be taking the order all the way to the curbside. It's different ways to bring money into the business, and that's always my job, suggesting your ways to bring money into the business and always adding more ways to bring more money into the business. A POS is also a good method too, so you cannot always taking the customer's card. There's always a POS right there for the customer, so the customer feels at ease and the customer is more trustworthy for the restaurant and be like, oh wow, they have a POS. I can really don't have to reach out to give my card to the cashier. Obviously, I won't be talking about just money coming in, and there won't be no money coming out and no profit being made. Yes, this is the sad part of being a financial consultant because as much money you're making, you're also losing money too. I talked about me ordering like stuff every week because you're gonna have a high rate of customers. So obviously you're going to keep on ordering stuff every week so you can keep the business going. A number one key ingredient of this business that keeps holding us down is the ingredients. If the ingredients was cut down a little bit, I feel like we'd be making so much money. Ingredients cost a lot of money. Without ingredients, the food will be good. You know what I'm saying? What's the essence of you making a food and not putting everything in there? You might as well just serve them. Just say this is free dunk. We always put so much effort into our ingredients so the food can come out the best. And that also costs us money too because you have to order different ingredients. For example, you got chicken tenders. You got to order the ingredients you put for the chicken tenders, the batter you put for the flour you put for the tenders. And then you also get buns. You got to invest in breads, a lot of bread, so you can put a bun. I mean, so you can put the meat in between the bun. That's also money too. A lot of stuff costs a lot of money, and this is also what pull us down today because I feel like it's one of the major challenges we face in the business. High cost of labor. Employees are good. Don't get me wrong. You need someone. You need some employees to help you support your business. The manager can't be over there cooking. The manager can't be in the front. Trying to run the restaurant. You also need employees, and that's a big issue. I also feel like employees take a lot of labor, which is a lot of labor time and labor work, because they work per hour. So when they're on the clock, you can have six people at a time, and that's a lot of people. Six people running the front. That's about $500 you don't lost in that day, and that is crazy because when you really add it up, a lot of people just take time and take time and take time. Labor cost is something that's really really high, because if we can cut down on the employees and employee rates, I feel like we'll be at a good position. When it's all said and done, you know, I did say some stuff that some people are going to take some account for, and some people want to take account for, but I want you to listen to these steps closely, because these are steps that are really going to impact your restaurant, and really these are steps that are really going to define your restaurants. Upgrading your POS systems. Nowadays most people are still living in the, I want to say, the early 2000 stage or the early 2010 stage, where the POS is still from that type of generation, because you know every new year there's something coming out. There's a new generation of POS systems where it's this quick. What I'm saying? The Apple Pay systems where you just hold your card on there and it takes it that quick. Rather than you inserting your card in there, and it takes about like a minute. I'll say 30 seconds for you to like process the card. That takes too long in terms of like high traffic and high customer rate. A little tap on the POS screen and boom, it's done. I call that the Apple Pay method. That will also help in time and traffic. Just putting that on there for a little second and taking it. Time and traffic, that will help them so fast in terms of payment and how fast the order is going to come out. Another thing I want to talk about too is introducing happy hours and happy meals. This is not something that I advise most people to do, because it brings less money. If you feel like your company is bringing you more money, go ahead and do it. But I feel like it's better for us to introduce this to my company, because it's going to help us save more time. Happy hours, let's say at like 12 o'clock, 1 p.m., people come in there and get deals. And them deals is gone. It's gonna come that quick, because once it's basically a tell a friend, tell a friend. A friend working in this organization be like, oh, you feel me? Dine and Define got this and so and so hour. Oh, cool. Can we go there together? And that's boom. You got two customers just right there. That's money. The money you would just save for just one customer coming in, and probably the customer not even getting nothing, because it's nothing for them to get. The customer can just come and get the happy hour meals, and that's quick. That's quick and easy money, because it's always a tell a friend to tell a friend. Trust me, people love stuff that have discounts on it. Believe me. I hope my slides have helped you in the best way as possible. But if it hasn't, I hope it will improve your restaurant in the best way as possible. Thank you. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can reach out to us on our email at info@dineanddefine.com, or you can reach out to our phone numbers at 1-800-define-u, or you can reach out on our website, which will give you a free t-shirt, which will be www.dineanddefine.com. Thank you.